What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be going over how I use credit spreads and how you can actually make money with them even if you're wrong on the direction of the price that you are trading. Okay, so in this video, I'm not only going to talk about that, also going to show you guys how I use credit spreads in my trading, different ways to use them, and exactly how they work. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So go ahead, looking at a Google chart here. Now, when I trade credit spreads, I typically use the broker that I have, which is TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim, but a very good broker that also works to explain credit spreads is Tastyworks. So this is an account that I have with Tastyworks. Again, I don't really use it, there's no money in it, but I do like to use it to show beginners and even advanced traders how credit spreads work, because it is a very good tool to use for that. So let's go ahead and show you exactly how they work. So we're going to assume that we're trading Google stock here, okay? So we say, we have a demand down here, right down here, nice demand zone here, and let's say our goal with this trade is to get long at this demand, stop below, and target, we'll say target up here at 108, right? So let me draw that in. Let's say we're trying to buy here around 93. Actually, let me change it a little bit. Let's say we see this bounce, we see it come back up, we get the pullback. Let's say now we want to buy. So we want to buy around this 94 area level here. We want to put our stop loss down there at around 90 bucks. And then our target is going to be up here around 108. Really good risk reward, very solid trade. So now obviously what we can do is we can buy shares, we can buy options, we can get in the money calls, out the money calls. There's a lot of different ways we can do. We can get debit spreads, but one thing we can do is get credit spreads, right? So in this example here, right, we want to get credit spreads. Now the way credit spreads work is, let's say we're looking at Google, we'll say 19 days out. The way credit spreads work is if we're looking to make a bullish position, we want to sell a put, and then we want to buy another put. And the strike that you buy with the put, you want to buy one that is further out the money and sell one that is closer to in the money. And what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting a net credit here, right? So you can see we have a net credit of about 50 cents, which means you're going to be receiving 50 cents per 100 contracts, which is about $50. Now, if I click here, click review and trade, this is why I love Tastyworks, is that it shows you your max P&L, your max loss, and your break even. So it's very obvious to see here, if the price of Google winds up being greater than $92.50, your maximum possible profit is $50. If the price of Google winds up being less than $92.50, your maximum possible loss is $50, right? So very clear one-to-one risk reward for this scenario. Now we see we have this $92.50, that's basically going to be our break even price. So if we go back on here and I plot out 92.50, it's going to be right about here. Now the reason why credit spreads are so advantageous is you can see we have a one-to-one risk reward while the stock is above my break even, right? Typically, when you're trading shares or options, your break even is right when you get in, which would be around 94.59. But with credit spreads, our break even actually lowers down to 92.51. So now we are getting spreads, what is this? About 19 days out, right? So if I look at that, as long as Google 19 days from today stays and closes above this 92.50 level, I'm going to make $50. And if it doesn't, if it ends up closing below, I'm going to lose $50, right? So I know my max loss and I know my max win. Now let me show you exactly how I use them and where I put my strikes to get the most advantageous trading style. So looking at Google here, right, you can see price bounced off of demand, rallied a little bit, had a pullback. Let's say we want to get in long for our strategy. Now, our stop loss is going to be here down at the $90 mark. We'll just move it up a little bit. We'll say 91, right? Right below that demand zone. As soon as that demand breaks, we want to get out of the trade. So, if our stop loss is at $91, the way that I do my trading, the way I recommend you to do your credit spreads, is to put your strikes that you get with the credit spreads at your stop loss or lower, right? So this is a long position, right? I'm trying to get long here, target here, bullish trade. So what I want to do is, if the stop loss is at 91, what I want to do, we can go 3 weeks out, 19 days out. I want to sell the 91 strike and I want to buy the 90 strike as well. Puts, right? We're selling puts, we're buying puts for bullish. If you want to be bearish, you do it the other way. You'd sell a call and then you'd buy a call and get a credit as well. But in this case, look, we're looking to sell at the 91, buy at the 90. Now you can see the spreads right now are pretty big because the market is closed. So ideally, these spreads would be a lot closer. It would probably be around 25 to 30 cents for this actual position. So we'll say 30 cents, right? So if we click on this, we can see now our max P&L has changed, right? So our max profit is $30. Our max loss is $70. Now I know what you're thinking. That's not a good risk reward, right? I'm risking $70 just to make 30. How is that? Why would I ever want to do that? Well, the way that I do my credit spreads is I'm typically never always getting the max P&L, and I'm typically always never getting the max loss because I always stick to my plan, right? Let's say 2 days from now, I'm wrong, price ends up going down and it hits my stop here at 91. I'm probably not going to be down $70 because you have to remember this max loss and max profit is at when the options expire, which is 19 days from now. So if 2 days from now, price goes down, I'll probably be at like a 20 to maybe $30 loss, right? So overall, it's not too bad of a risk reward if you're still following your trade plan. Now the reason why I put my strikes down there at 91 and $90 is because if you look at my break even now, it's $90.70, right? If the price of Google winds up being greater than 90.70, I'm going to make $30, right? Now, the reason I also do that is because this gives me the opportunity for price to do anything it wants as long as we're staying above demand, right? With this trade, my thesis is that buyers are going to step in at this demand zone, and this area is going to hold, right? We may, consolidate for the next week or so. We may just push all the way up to my target in the next few days. There's a lot of different things that can happen, right? The reason why I love credit spreads is because no matter what happens, as long as price stays above this 91 level, my strike, I'm going to be making money, right? It's really cool because it allows me to even be wrong, right? For example, let's say I get in right here at 94.68, right? That's my entry. And I want to be long, right? I'm trying to be bullish on this scenario. And let's say, 17 days go by. The options that we have are going to expire 2 days from now because remember, the strike is 19 days away. And let's say price ends up going down to here, right? Let's say it goes slightly down $1, right? Let's say for next week, we just consolidate back up and forth, and we end up down at this 93.65 area, right? Down $1 from when we got in. If I was in shares or regular options, I would be down, right? I would have lost money, right? Because it's lower than when I got in. With credit spreads, I'm going to be way up, right? We can even go, if we look at ones that expire 5 days from now, go that same one, right? It's currently at 12 cents, right? And remember, the way credit spreads work is the opposite. So I'm receiving 12 cents of credit. Now, if I go back to that other one that I was in, it was around 30 cents, right? But this one's 5 days out. We're at the same price. And because of that is because of decay, right? Over time, options are going to decay. And since I'm getting strikes that are out of the money, these are going to decay over time. Out of the money options will always decay. They will always decrease in value over time. With that being said, you use that to your advantage, right? So as long as price is able to stay above this 91 price level, just like this, it can come all the way down here. It can go all the way up here, all the way up here, down more, down. It can go whatever it wants, but as long as price stays above this level, you're going to make money. Okay, that's why I love credit spreads. Now, the way I like to use credit spreads as well is mainly trading on SPX. So I love to do SPX 0 DTE options. So I'll go here, type in SPX, and I love trading the ones that expire every single day. So it is a weekend, so obviously there are none that expire today. But let's just say we're trading this 2 days out. I go in SPX, 15-minute chart here. Let's say I want to get long down at this demand, right? Or let's say for whatever reason, I am bullish and I believe that this low at 4,050 is going to hold, right? Let's say whatever my trade plan is, I believe that price is going to stay above 4,050 for the rest of the day. Now price is all the way up at 40,080, right? What I could do is I could set up a position where I'm getting long here, put my stop right below, and target up here, right? I could easily do that. Now, what I also could do is get SPX credit spreads. And what I do here, if we go to 4,050, I could sell the 4,050, right? I could buy the 4,045, set up a net credit of 125. So my max P&L is going to be $125. My max loss is going to be $375. But the key component here is that price can still do whatever it wants, right? Price can still come down for the remainder of the day, But as long as price closes above this 4,050 level, let me draw this in here. As long as price is able to stay above this 4,050 level, I'm still going to make money. And that's the cool thing about credit spreads is, I could get shares long here, and by the end of the day, price goes down lower, and I'm down. I'm losing money. With credit spreads, I can do this. I can get a few different options here. Let's see. Yeah, let's say it's at 125, right? I can get, 10 of these. And now I'm risking $3,750. That's how much I'm putting into the trade, my max risk. Max profit is $1,250, right? So I technically already have a lot of wiggle room with this trade, right? Price can do whatever it wants. It can go all the way up here. It can go down. It can go sideways. Whatever it is, as long as price stays above this 4,050 level, I'm going to walk away with $1,250 in my pocket by the end of the day. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very quick. I know I quickly explained credit spreads. There's a lot of different ways to use them, but the way I explained it is how I love to do them. Getting your strikes below support or above resistance if you're looking to be bearish. There's a lot of different ways to use them, so I definitely recommend reading up, watching other videos on it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Please leave a like and subscribe. Also comment down below other videos you want me to make, and I will go ahead and do that for you. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next video.